Alright, y'all, what's good? We're finally back after I don't know how long it was, like a week and a half break. We took a break over the holidays. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas as well. Uh, Mine wasn't bad. I spent time with family. I went to Florida, so I decided not to trade. I did trade over the course of the break. I just didn't do too much. I think I took one trade or two trades, and I had two trading days or three trading days, so it wasn't anything crazy amounts like normal. But we're finally back. New Year's, as you can see, we ended off pretty bad at the end of the day today. Um, I left my chart here just with the notes I put down. Starting with the analysis on the daily time frame. Uh, Same thing here. We have the suspension block from ICT. And then again, we just have this closure down here. We did close this fair value gap in here, so I was looking to see it come and take this sell side liquidity in here, as well as this little volume imbalance. So on the daily, not too much going on. Move down to the 4-hour. This is where things started getting pretty nice, actually. So firstly, as we can see here, we had a SMT on the 4-hour. So we had one from here to here in the S&P, NASDAQ here and here. So we had a bearish SMT. That was kind of my first initial thought of, hey, we're looking to go down, as well as trading within this fair value gap. Bodies are respecting the closure. And we do have this volume balance in here as well. So that's kind of what I saw in the 4-hour. Moving down to the 1-hour, same thing. We had this bearish SMT in here. This is where I was when I first noted it during the day. But then again, if you want to change it, now we have it here again. We traded within this hourly fair value gap. We did close it, but I was looking to see if we could trade into these order blocks in here, into this one in here as well, which we just tagged it just barely as well. And then same thing, going down, retest this fair value gap, come down and take this liquidity down here as well. So that's what I noted on the 1-hour. I'm going to speed through this quick. Same thing, 15-minute here. Same SMT on the 15-minute time frame. So this kind of confirmed my bias for a bearish bias, trading within this 15-minute fair value gap. Bodies again respecting the fair value gap, trading up into this order block. I'm pretty sure we reached the consequent encroachment of the order block, the 50% level. Yeah, look at that, just above the 50%, which is nice. And then along with the SMT, trading it within this fair value gap in here, everything kind of just tagged along today. Then we moved down to the 5-minute. I didn't do that on the S&P this morning, but I did here. Again, noted this fair value gap. This was where my first entry was. It was around one of these candles in here. We were trading within it. We weren't, we didn't close it yet or anything, so I wanted to see it, shoot down. This was my first. I'll show you guys on the 1 minute. This was my first initial. So we had this run up in here in the morning. We dumped down. We did take this low in here. I wasn't too worried about that. I was hoping we would just come back up, tag the 5-minute fair value gap, and dump down again. But when we note the short position, I entered somewhere in around here. My stop loss was right above the high. My TP was right here at the low. Pretty sure this is lower, like right here. It was about a 2 to 2.5. So this is where I entered. About in this area here. Stop loss was just right above the high. TP right above the low as well. Yeah, I got lost in speaking too fast. Let me slow down. So yeah, with the higher time frames, bearish bias, right? We had this dump in the morning here. I wanted to see it come back. We did tag this order block in here, so this was my second entry, but I'll show you guys later. This was the first entry in here. Try to catch this move in here as these candles were moving up. I put my TP down here just to take these lows. This was about, I did 10 contracts. This is about 1200 TP. This was something stop loss. It was like 700. It was a lot for the trade, but it was still, if it was 700, should be less, but it was maybe a little more, right? But we did keep the ratio. It was about 2 to 1. I was looking to see it come and take this low, as well as we did have, let me show you guys the new week opening gap. We had this new week opening gap in here as well. So I wanted to see a price come down here and tag this. As you can see, we did not do that. So then we move back to the chart to see the first initial trade. So I have the SMT. The really I entered on the 5 minute. I could have looked to enter on the 2 minute, right? We had this fair value gap in here. We never did come and take the TP, which is a bummer. We did have, no, it was just a 2 minute, right? Okay. So that's a bummer. I was up about, $500-600. Could have taken my TP down here at this low, or even again here at this low here. But yeah, I mean, I can't say too much. So that's what happened. Got stopped out, not early at all, because this market did move up after this move down here. And then we did enter again after. So I entered here, sorry. This is where I entered for my first trade. It was in here. TP down here at the low. This is right above the highs. So this was the first trade of the day, sorry. So we had this dump in here. I wanted to catch it in here. We did catch this price in here. Oh my god, I'm messing up. That was not my entry. We'll go in here. As you can see, it's not looking too good. I did revenge trade a little bit today, so that's the problem. But I'll show you guys that later. Let's see, January 5th, 8:56 a.m. Okay, 8:56 a.m. Let me move it over. So we had this in here. So I am in Chicago time, so that's why it said 8:56, but it is 8:56 New York time. So this was my first entry in here. So we entered about, why is it not, oh, because it's a long position. Let me change that. There we go, much better. Okay. So we entered in around right here on this blue candle. Price came down here again. I was saying we hit about 500, 600 on unrealized profits. I was looking to see price come take these lows and shoot for the new week opening gap. Never did, which it's okay. Sometimes you get it wrong, but yeah, definitely after this trade, I should have stopped trading of the day as I realized that. So I mean, this is a good way to hold myself accountable, kind of show you guys that I did revenge trade and stuff like that, and to stop it. But yeah, we'll go on with this trade. So entered here, want to see it take the low, didn't happen. Fine. Second one, we entered once it came into the order block, so it looked something like this. This was a much better risk to reward. I wanted to see it hit this order block in here on the 1 minute and dump, which as you can see it never did. And we came back up, we took this high again, came in here, high, and then this is where the real move of the day happened. Then again, I entered in here somewhere. I entered on this fair value gap looking to go short down to this low, and again stopped out, and that's when I lost my account. And I know you guys saw, if you looked closely, it said 8 trades. I entered for 5 contracts, and I entered for 5 more. So that's why it says 8. It's not me, taking one here, one here, one here, one here. It was more of adding contracts to the position than anything else. But here, got off about around here in the charts around this time. As we can see here, I'll analyze this. We'll break this down a little bit and what I see. So we have the equal highs in here. So buy side has been taken. Still, again, have the hourly SMTs, fair value gaps that we tagged into. Still the bearish bias as well. So we see here, took this high. We shot down with displacement from this high up into here. Dump, dump, dump. Close below these lows. This candle right here. Creating the market structure shift. We could have looked to enter. This is probably where I would have looked to enter on this fair value gap into here. As we can see, price never came and tagged this fair value gap, which, you know, sometimes that will and will not happen. But that's kind of what happened. We could have entered also on this inversion of this fair value gap, or this one as well. And then, you know, we dump, dump, dump. Consolidate just a little bit. Then again, we dump. Tag into this fair value gap into here. Just a little bit. Dump again. Then we continue to dump, and we did. We actually didn't take these lows yet. So if you're looking to enter, you can't enter into this one here. Yeah, as we can see here, I think it's going to dump down and take this. Might come in and take these highs, but, you know, if you entered here, for example, at 25,700, looking to hit 538, that's going to be, you know, that's going to be a really good profit. Entering on this inversion down to this low. Stop loss, you definitely would have moved it down by now, but right, 9-to-1 ratio, that would have been amazing. So, but yeah, I guess, you know, now I'm gonna have to get a new account, so that's a bummer as well. But yeah, I guess this kind of just tells me that, you know, some days I might be right about the bias. You know, my trade might be right. It might be a really good entry. Just sometimes the market, you know, depending on the situations with what's happening on in the world and all that other stuff. I don't want to make excuses, but sometimes the market just won't do what you think. So, and I guess, or this looks like it was one of the examples today, actually. So from here, I guess, kind of learn to, you know, if you take that trade, perfect entry, ends up not hitting, but you're still right, close the market, because, you know, it's probably going to happen again. Unless you wait later and you're more patient, but that's also the thing with me. I got to be more patient as well in the market. So, but yeah, that was a quick one today. Just getting back into the groove of things. I don't know where my studio is. How do I open this? This is like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, this is a quick one. I'm just kind of showing that, you know, we don't win trades every time. And the psychology thing is huge in trading. Still need to master that. But yeah, besides that, nothing too bad. I'm still happy with, like, the analysis that I had in the day. I was still clear on the bias. I know ICT posted the same things I annotated on my chart. So again, when I see him annotate those things and I see it the same way, that's kind of telling me, you know, I'm doing something not bad, not right, and not wrong. So it's good learning. So, but yeah, better for tomorrow. So I'll make a video tomorrow when I trade. I'm taking Friday off. I got to renew my license, so we're going to go do that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.